Hello, my dear Aries friends. This is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I'm making a mess. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you so much for being here. This is your monthly general reading for August 2020. We're switching up things just a little bit here at Soul School Tarot and Astrology. There is going to be an extension to this reading available at a link below in the description box. If you feel like it resonates with you and you guys want to go ahead and carry on over to Vimeo, you can rent or buy the remainder of this reading. But I do want to give you a heads up. It's a monthly reading. I am going to have new moon and full moon astro forecast. In fact, astro forecast for this Aquarius full moon we have coming up is already posted for you guys. But we're going to do monthly readings. I'm going to get out to you guys the love and prosperity readings that I did for you back in July. And other than that, I am going to be focusing on, dun, 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 drum roll please, September 1st, I'll be launching a Patreon course for learning tarot and a separate one for astrology. So please keep you guys eyes out for that. I'll plug it. I'm sure I'll get on here on YouTube and I will share with you all of the info. Until then, if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, check me out at www.soulschooltarotandastrology.com. You can do Soul School TNA and you'll still get there. But all that information you need is below, as well as if you need to check out your moon or rising sign, I've got a link to a place where you can come up with a natal chart there. So Aries, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm feeling a really positive vibes for you guys. I was actually just listening to an astrology podcast, Molly McCord, if you're into it. I'm a huge fan. Thank you. And she was talking about the healed divine masculine. And that is the energy that's coming through with Mars and with Aries right now, is the fact that I think a lot of you guys have probably been through a tremendous period of healing over the past 6 months or so. And it is an inward healing, but it dramatically changes the way that you're interacting with the world outside of you. And I love that so much. I love that so much. We have thought at the bottom of the deck. And so to me, that means that, I get it. For some of you, this quarantine period, and in fact, didn't I talk about this? I talked about this last time I did my readings. I talked about how all of the energy that I was feeling around my fire signs was of frustration, of like wanting to act and then like not being able to act, like for whatever reason, wheels just spinning. And so you might have been mad at it, but what the universe was doing to you there was getting you to spend some time in thought. And I always, whenever I see two pillars, you guys, I have to bring up some high priestess energy, because it's about going into your intuition, but also balancing what you know and feel to be true. Some of you guys might have had a decision to make. In fact, look at the duality here. And then this is the card that actually came out for you guys. A little more duality. The second message that I'm getting with this, I just want to show you freedom. I think it needs to come out. Yeah, I told you, divine timing, okay? Let me not get too far ahead of myself with all of these cards. Because what they're saying is, all those times you wanted things to go and they were not going, it was not a rejection, it was a redirection. Do you know what I mean? Like the universe was protecting you. It's almost like, putting, you know, somebody used this example, I don't know where it came from, putting nice out of the reach of children, right? It's like, no, just not, you're not ready for that yet. You're going to end up hurting yourself. You could end up making a mess, end up making mistakes, right? So that's what the universe has been doing with you guys, okay? There's a lot of inward focus going on, because look at, oh my God, she's got 2 columns too. And then she's in this whole palace, right? That always means something to me, especially in this deck, because you have a lot of figures that are just out of doors. And to me, that is, again, it's about the way you move through the world. These, all of these cards, to me, have to do with looking within. And then the way that these two are facing, it actually looks like they're looking back towards the past. Okay? So all of the frustration that you guys have been feeling over the last couple of months has actually been a form of protection. Because freedom, what this is doing, you guys, it's almost as if the universe had allowed you to proceed with the project that you've been trying to get to for, I'm going to say, the last 3 months. You would not have, it wouldn't have been as independent as a project as you think it is. Does that make sense? Because what this freedom is, and a lot of this is about freedom of thought. You know what? Now that I'm spending all this time inside, I don't really have to worry about the opinions of the people outside of these walls. And now that I've done that, now that I've had the opportunity to check in with myself and who I am and what I really want, now I have the freedom to go forth with this project from a completely different perspective. And I love it. That's really, really beautiful. What was on the bottom? Divine timing. Divine timing. All right. So just know that all of the inaction and frustration, guys, I literally remember doing those readings at the end of July and how heavy that energy was with Aries and Leo. This is a lot different energy, and I like it. I hope you like it too, okay? And even if you're not feeling it now, by the end of August, this is where you guys are going to be at, okay? Some powerful manifestation energy from the place that you're at right now. This is about perspective as well. I'm going to set it to the side. It's popped out twice, okay? So interesting. These are all reversals. Let's get a couple more out. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the energy that we're moving out of from the past and then into, I think I need a couple more shovels. You guys were in a place, this is very much, they're giving me that this is the energy before the universe made you sit in timeout. The universe was like, go to your room and think about what you're about to do. Okay. And it really was, there was a, gosh, wow, I can't even get through the words. These decks, this deck just keeps talking to me. You guys had to break free from some sort of self-limiting thought that was in place. I want to say 3 months ago, 6 months ago. You can look back and you'd be like, you're right. I was thinking about things very, very differently. Okay. There was, I really want to use the word shadow work. Okay. Because the Nine of Swords reverse here, always, the Nine of Swords is always kind of like it's this anxiety, and to me, that you don't necessarily know where it's coming from. And to me, shadow work is that process wherein we're like, hey, Betty, you want to talk? Anxiety, you want to talk? You want to tell me where this is coming from so that we can sort it out? That work had not yet been done. And therefore, when you looked into the future, you saw things very, very differently. Okay, the Three of Wands is kind of this energy where it's like, I don't know why I feel like his third eye is what is guiding him across this little walkway to the other place that he's got to go. All right. But because he hadn't gotten in there and cleaned out all that old baggage or really revisited his perspective on things, he didn't really have a clear vision forward. Like, my parents live on this country road that's very narrow and very hilly, and they have those signs that says limited sight distance. And it's funny because it's like, I can see I can see into the distance, but it's like, you know, there was limited sight distance. Okay, you were not thinking, you were not really fully at the moment that you're trying to move forward with this, capable, like, sorry, the words are not coming out, aware of what you are capable of, okay? And so the universe kind of stopped you from creating a future tower moment, right? Because towers happen when we build this tower up, build something up on a false foundation, on an unstable foundation. Then it has to come crashing down so you can build it up on a better foundation once you've learned the lesson that came from the collapse. You guys, that's your card. I'm going to bring that out. Yes, you did. Let's do that. Yes, that is it. I'm taking it. Let's do this. All right, guys. So, We do have, that's interesting. There's a lack of confidence is all, right? Damn, y'all. I'm taking all these cards and then that's it. There's just a lot of majors on the table. We're going to get to all of them. I love this energy. This nonsense, I'm going to put aside, all right? This is where you're at when you're trying to do the thing and the thing was not doing, right? That's where you're at. You have moved out of that energy and I really freaking love it. Let's look at how you got out of that energy, or at least what are the present energies that you have the potential to step into. Oh my God. I didn't even remember what order they came out in. Yep. I have 8 cards in front of me that I'm talking about right now, and 6 of them are majors. So some big energy, some big lessons being learned. Also, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and include a disclaimer. I live in Kansas. It's July. I'm out of my allergy meds, so I'm doing my very best. If I might be a little sniffly if I sneeze. You'll have to pardon me, okay? Y'all took control of the situation. This is Aries. This is the healed divine masculine. Even if you're a feminine, right? If you're Aries, you're probably driven by your own inner divine masculine to a certain extent. In my mind, that's rooted in the solar plexus. Like you have your will to move forward, right? But if that divine masculine is cut off from the divine feminine within each of us, right? Then sometimes he can move forward in a way that's really like damaging. I don't know how else to say it. Okay? In a way that hurts you. Okay? Because he's so big and tough and he can, you know, he can move through the world and not get hurt. Do you see how he's standing on that sword? We've also got a King of Swords. All right? So this is really beautiful. Because to me, the position of the swords always means something, all right? And swords are thought. They're thought or communication, ideas, things like that, right? Y'all, this is fucking beautiful. This, I don't even want to use the word ego death because I don't know if it felt that dramatic, but some of you guys went through that. There was some aspect because they're making me feel like this ram horn is a skull. Okay? So here's what I'm getting here. There you are upon your throne. And you have certain ideas about what that means with this skull right here. But some new experience came through this sword right here. And you see how you're standing upon it. And based on that experience, you begin to see things very differently. And you realize it's time to take control. Okay? So that's how you end up. Wow. This right here is everything. You guys, I literally... Spirit keeps bringing me back to the feeling that I felt, like literally it was all in my chest. The feeling that I felt when I was doing your new moon in Cancer reading back in July. How heavy that was. And this 3-card sequence right here is about what you guys have done about it. Okay. Breaking free from self-limiting behaviors. Ending old karmic cycles. The whole vibe, if you guys want to go back to the Venus direct Mars and Aries reading that I did, I feel like that was in May or June. It's got sparklers on the cover photo. It tells the story of the healing. It tells the story of how the divine masculine, for a lot of you guys, just take it as it resonates, okay? The divine masculine has been through a tremendous perspective shift, right? Because here's the thing. The divine masculine, this emperor, he's a protector, right? He wants to protect his ego. He wants to protect his image as the protector, right? That's on one hand. On the other hand, there's the things that he actually cares about enough to protect. Right? So I just kept getting the general vibe. It's coming through right now. It's just this story of somebody who is protecting their ego and their reputation as a protector more than they're protecting the things that they really, really cared about. All right. So breaking away from that mentality and really being willing to lock down that which is important to you. Y'all, this world done shown us we cannot predict the future. Pardon my language. My ghetto came out. My southern came out. All right. So you're breaking out of those illusions. I love it. And you're putting down a lot of baggage. This red ribbon to me represents the red string of fate. This is somebody who is going through the world, filling all of the roles that they believe have been assigned to them by society. And look how heavy that bundle is. But you feel like it's your destiny. You feel like that's who you're supposed to be. Your vision of your future, a lot of you guys are in a place where you're allowing it to be defined by other people's definition of who you are. And so this like quarantine and the universe put you in timeout to get you to really recalibrate this idea of who you are. And now you can put down all this nonsense that's not yours. All right. Because you didn't realize that it was, this is Leo, by the way. This is really being put in a perspective where you can look at the way that your ego was functioning and that it wasn't helping you out. Okay? He's having the experience and he's got to sit there and stand on it and figure out what this means to him. Y'all, These feathers are giving me like a real serious like warrior ideology, right? Like I've got to get out there and fight everybody because I'm the emperor and I'm a tough guy and that's what I do. Even if you're a feminine, understand there's some of this at work in you, okay? This is somebody who has traded in their feathers for their crown. In other words, wow. We're getting deep into warrior archetype mentality. Let's go ahead and do what we're at. Whatever, 17 minutes. Come on, I'm going to keep talking, you guys. All right. It's going to be a big old reading. It's going to be a big month. All right. Healing the warrior archetype is something that I had to go through personally. I have many past lives, whereas both like as a male and a female, I was a fucking warrior. I was a warrior. Okay. And sometimes we can get caught up in that cycle because it's exciting. In that moment of battle, we have a chance at glory. We have a chance at being seen. We have a chance of being what we've been taught a fighter is supposed to be, right? We live in a society that teaches us that our inner masculine is supposed to constantly be fighting, constantly be at war. And this transition from the Emperor to this King of Swords is like, you know what? That fed my ego. But what's really important to me, I already know. Like, I already know it's important to me. I don't have to go out there and find new battles. My battle now is I'm going to sit on my throne. I'm going to put my crown up on my head. And it's really interesting because it's almost like there's an evolution from the Emperor to the King of Swords. Like, he is evolved when he comes into this mind frame. Usually it's the other way around, that the kings become the emperor. But no, this is the emperor saying, you know what? Being in charge really means I'm going to make the executive decision to take care of what I really care about. And look how he hangs. Look, he's hung his feathers. But don't you guys forget I've been to war. Don't come at me and all the things that I love and I'm guarding and I want to protect. Because y'all know, I'll put those feathers back on. I love this energy, you guys. This, look at this. It's another, he's got the crown on. This makes you feel whole. This, you guys, this is Odysseus. When he comes back to Ithaca, I don't know if you guys ever read the Odyssey, all right? So there's actually this really interesting theory, like, you know, when I was studying ancient texts in grad school, it's kind of funny the way people take like newer psychological understandings and try to apply it to ancient literature. So there's this theory that the reason it took Odysseus 10 years to get home is because he had to wear out the warrior within him. And he finally makes it home, and he's like, oh, no, 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 no. No, no, because he gets home to his home and his wife and his son, and there's like 40 dudes standing around trying to get their hands on that. And he's like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't need to go out and look for a battle. What I have to fight for is right here. And this is my new battle. I'm going to defend what is mine. Oh my God, you guys, I love it. I'm going to defend what's mine and put a border around it and just be happy there. And just be really happy. Okay. Final card we've got here. I don't know why I'm holding them both up together. It's this red string of fate. You have this new understanding of your destiny, or the destiny that you're able to create for yourself. But also check out that white horse. You know what horses represent? Freedom. Okay. Whatever experience you guys have been through, I'm going to say probably in the last 3 to 6 months, it was challenging, but it made you think about things differently. Right? Now think about the difference between a soldier or a warrior that's always on the offense, always out there trying to find a new battle to fight, right? Versus the warrior that has come home and said, everything that I need right now is right here, and I'm going to defend it. And that's freedom. That's freedom. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull one more card to get us a peek into the future. Ooh, that's 2 of them. And then I'm going to jump over to Vimeo and finish this up. If both of them together. If this is resonating with you guys, then follow me over there. This is amazing. First of all, it's number 11 and number 12, but also, was I right about the feathers? You guys are moving from one energy into another. But look at that bald eagle, you guys. This Eagle King is all about freedom. There's another beautiful symbol of freedom. Moving forward, you guys are looking at the big picture. Not at what feels good in the moment, but the big picture. Spirit communication and paying attention. Y'all, whatever you went through, you did the work. You went within and you processed that. And that is a tremendous, beautiful energy. This number 11 takes me back to the pillars at the very beginning. Some of you guys have been forced to make a decision. And what you did was you let the new you choose. And that's how you get to head towards this whole new destiny. Oh my God, you guys, I love this. Aries, I love you. I am going to go ahead and cut this off here. But if you want to dig deeper into this energy, I'm going to catch you at the link below. All right? Take care, guys.